When people talk about financial collapse, they often picture the Great Depression or the panic of the early 1900s. But the world we live in today is completely different. Our population is larger, our cities are denser, and our infrastructure is far more complex and far more fragile. So let's be blunt. If the market ever crashed by 89%, the consequences wouldn't look anything like history. They'd be on a scale we've never seen before. A collapse of that scale would break containment. In a nation of more than 340 million people, law enforcement and the military combined number only a few million. And that includes administrative roles, reserves, support, and personnel who are not in a position to be deployed for civil control. There simply wouldn't be enough bodies to maintain order in every community if things spiraled out of control. And unlike the early 1900s, today's population is heavily urbanized, dependent on supply chains, and connected by technology that spreads panic instantly. Looting, panic buying, power outages, communication failures, and mass confusion could ignite faster than the system can respond. Not because the military or law enforcement are incompetent, but because the math alone guarantees they'd be overwhelmed. When crisis hits, people go home to protect their own. As a former law enforcement officer, I can tell you this. In a true nationwide breakdown, a significant portion of officers will go home to protect their own families. Not out of disloyalty, but out of human instinct. No one risks their family's safety for a collapsing system. Hospitals would quickly exceed capacity. Emergency services would be delayed or unavailable. Supply lines would stall. Grocery stores could empty in hours, not days. And once the shelves are bare, they're not getting restocked anytime soon. This is not fear-mongering. This is simply how systems fail when too many pressures hit at once. Preparedness is not paranoia. It's responsibility. If a crash comes, you need to be ready long before it hits. Preparedness isn't about hiding in the woods or living in fear. It's about ensuring that you and your family aren't dependent on fragile systems during the worst possible moment. Start with the basics. Skills. Learn first aid, navigation, tool use, fire building, food storage, and vehicle recovery. Knowledge. YouTube is filled with free training. Survival skills, home repairs, defensive readiness, outdoor skills. It's all available to anyone willing to learn. Supplies. Food, water, medical kits, power backups, fuel stabilization, emergency communications, safety gear, body armor, protective equipment, durable clothing, and tools for mobility and self-reliance. Community. Even 2 or 3 trusted friends or neighbors can make a massive difference in a crisis. The key isn't to be armed. It's to be capable. Training through real experience. I spend time outdoors with my son, camping, exploring, pushing gear and skills in real environments. That's not recreation, that's training. We test our shelter systems, our tools, our food setups, our route planning, our teamwork under pressure, and we put our vehicles through real terrain, rough mountain roads, steep inclines, mud, rock, and snow. Because when you know exactly what your equipment can handle, you remove uncertainty from the equation. Preparedness is confidence built through experience. This isn't a hobby. This is building a way of life that doesn't fall apart when the world around you does. A major collapse is not guaranteed, but resilience is never wasted. The people who thrive in a crisis are the people who trained before it began. Prepare your skills, prepare your home, prepare your family, and prepare your mindset. Because survival isn't an accident. It's a decision made long before the moment of impact.